What's up, brother, man? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Can't complain right now. I'm looking for this next fight. Obviously, we're in negotiations right now. Everything is looking good. Hopefully, March. That's the date we're looking at. Mid-March. I'm not sure quite honestly, but I'm just excited. I'm gonna be back in the gym next week, and we'll see what happens.
So is it a Triple G fight that might fight?
That's what we're in negotiations for, yeah.
How excited are you to get that fight? A lot of people always say, like, nobody wants to fight him.
No, I mean, it's not about nobody wants to fight. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know it's not that I don't want to fight him. I just wanted to make sure everything is right. So right now, the business part is being taken care of. Hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, we'll have a dotted line that'll be signed and we can get this fight going.
Paulie, Triple G against Gennady Jacobs. What do you think?
Oh, I think that's the best fight you can make at middleweight right now. That's the best fight you can make at middleweight right now.
How would Danny do?
Come on now.
You put him on the spot.
How would Danny do?
I think one thing you saw somebody with Kel's ability was able to touch Golovkin and make him uncomfortable in spots. The thing about Golovkin is he gets back on it. He gets back on it, he goes back to cutting you off. But it's a difference of a natural middleweight puncher like Danny's hitting you like that, and then if Kel Brook is hitting you like that, who's a big puncher at welterweight. You know, so I think Danny would have an easier time getting Golovkin's respect. Having said that, Golovkin is mentally strong. He'll be right back on it. He'll present himself right back there. So it's about Danny being consistent and confident in his offense more than his defense. You always got to be confident in your defense, but Danny got to be confident in the explosiveness of his offense because the opportunities will present themselves. Golovkin has no head movement. He's a good fighter. He's a fundamentally strong fighter. Great balance, heavy hands. But he gives you the opportunities to hit him. We'll give you the opportunities to hit him because in his own pressure, there's no head movement behind that pressure. And his jab is not as consistent as it should be. So, you know, those are things that you look at for an athletic fighter like Gennady Jacobs.
We got the game plan. We got the game plan. Obviously, he's a guy that we've been studying for a while. So the game plan is already there. Now it's about getting in the gym and executing it inside the square ring.
Did you guys both see the defensive liabilities in him before, or was it the Brook fight that kind of brought it to light?
I think you've always kind of seen it, right?
Yeah, I worked the fight with my guys over at Sky's, Adam Smith. You know, I remember saying in fight week, you know, Golovkin, the one thing about Golovkin, everybody's so enamored by everything that he does that they don't see some of the defensive flaws. And nobody's a perfect fighter. Golovkin is an excellent fighter, but and there's things that he does to you both physically and mentally that will drive you crazy. But the thing about it is the one fundamental flaw you see, absolutely zero head movement. He comes at you squared up because he's looking to set up that offense, and he sets it up very well, very creative in his offense, goes to the body, goes to the head well, but there's no head movement, so you can pick him off. And he's not the fastest guy in the world, even if he's fundamentally sound. So somebody with speed and athleticism can pick him off and be first against him.
Who had better opposition to date, Gennady Jacobs or Triple G?
The better opposition?
Who fought?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say. You can't put everything in one guy. When people say, even though Peter Quinlan was the best opponent, I mean, he had a large variety. I mean, because look at it, I came back from cancer. Like, if I hadn't had that mislap, I would have been fighting top-notch guys. But to come right back and to get back on the groove, and that's the reason why I don't have all those guys under my belt. But you know, the talent is there, the skill is there. It's all about going out there and proving it.
And let's not forget, Danny also learned from the one defeat too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a learning experience in and of itself. You can see his presence in the ring. And one thing I noticed about Danny is not just his skills and everything, because they always had that his presence in the ring is, for lack of a better word, more man-like. You know, he's in there, he's mature, he's confident. And then the bell rings, and he's in there, and he's confident. He's set in his ways, and he knows what he has to do. I feel like that's a very big difference from the pre-cancer, pre-Pirog Gennady Jacobs to the post-cancer, post-Pirog Gennady Jacobs.
If you could beat cancer, you could beat anybody in the ring.
I mean, it's the mentality about over anything. It's not even about you beat cancer, you beat anybody. I mean, it's my mentality that's the big difference. You know, I feel superior. I feel like I have a purpose, and the will and desire is like.
But the mentality is advanced by the experiences you go through in life. So you know, it's different having the mentality. Somebody hasn't been through it, and you know, they have to kind of learn as they go along, having that right mentality. And there's somebody that has that mentality, then they go through it and they learn that they not only believe in that mentality, but they have it and they know how to overcome it. And that also builds up your character and it builds up your maturity.